All the characters are real and any similarity to fiction is purely random. Explicit words appear during the show and bass are near often shown. Beside bassist, no one should watch it. Actually, even they should not.
Hi guys.
Intro.
Yeah! Nice intro. Jerry Meehan, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, yeah.
Hi
Nice
Jerry,
to
how are you
see
doing?
Good, thank you.
Hey Jerry.
A bit hungover from last night. Some Czech guys took me out for beers.
I think I was with you. Don't I?
Was it you?
Yeah. But I have the same problem as you. But it doesn't matter.
I'm not sure. But we
So apparently it was a cool party. It seems like.
apparently, that's so they tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
They've all said it was good.
They told
No,
you.
we had a really good night and we went out with Alice and Jan for some local beers. It was nice. Thank
Cool.
you.
You came before the concert 2 days, so you can visit the Prague. Have you been only on the party or did you visit something else?
We went to, before I met Alice, we went to 4 museums and I had a historical tour on a boat for 5 hours.
Yeah.
And then I went to the cathedral and some
Visit
other
the concert of Czech
churches.
Philharmonic Orchestra.
Yeah, I did. And I went to the ballet, the opera.
Oh, yeah.
But there's so much to see. No, we just drank beer. Yeah.
It's cool. We always, in the beginning of this show, we always say Nazdar Basata.
Nazbar Dastata.
It's very close. Actually, it's very close.
Say again.
Nazdar Basata.
Nazdar
Basata.
Basata.
Yeah.
Nazdar Basata.
It sounds. It's funny because when someone from a foreign country says that, it sounds like it
Nazdar
was
Basata.
German or something. You know,
Nazdar
it sounds,
Basata.
but actually,
What does that mean?
it's
Bassists
nothing-
are bastards.
Yeah.
It's something between bassists and bastards.
So
pretty
in
much.
German, there's a band called Der Bassist ist ein Arschloch. You heard of them?
No.
The bass player is an arsehole. It's a great name for a band, no?
It is.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of true.
So we are here because you're having a show tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're playing with
Robbie Williams and
with
the
Robbie
I
Williams.
don't know, at the airport stadium or something. Is that right?
Yes, it's on Letňany Airport.
We're playing at the airport. Great.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tomorrow. Right now, you are holding this bass that you met just a couple minutes ago for the first time. But the brand of the bass is very well known to you.
Yeah. This is one of Alice's basses. I've never tried one of these because I've got one of them, and I've got one of them, and I've got a blue one as well. I've got a blue jazz kind of relic, copy, which is beautiful. But I love them all. I love Alice's basses.
When you find the instrument, you are searching on internet or someone told you it that have
No, the
great...
story with Alice goes, I was introduced to his instruments through Keith Duffy and Paul Turner, who are friends of mine and bass players in England. And they said, you should check out this. Because it's a 5-string with slightly wider spacing. Yeah, this is apparently 1 millimeter different.
Yep.
But this is also nice. But so that really works. And this one is active, isn't it?
Yep.
So
Yes, it
I've
is.
got a passive one, which I like. I like passive. And I've got a great precision one. Yeah, and they're just great basses. I've got a 62 precision, which I use mainly, but in the gig we have we have a spare of everything. So I have a Trussar, I have 3 of Alice's basses, I have a Rickenbacker, I have precision, but I mainly use the precision.
And now on the tour you play only the Alice basses.
No, my Fender Precision mainly, but I use Alice's basses. They're in on a tour like this. It's like they're in the rig. So if a string breaks, he gives me one of Alice's basses. Or if we play something that's detuned down a semitone, I play one of Alice's basses. But mainly I play my 62.
And where is the differences between this instrument? Or can you describe it? Or it's only about your feeling? We know it because when you have a new instrument, you told all the band members, hey, I have a new instrument. Yes, okay. How you like the sound?
And there's silence. There's just silence because there isn't any band members. They've all gone to lunch for pizza, and you're just talking to yourself. How do you like my new instrument? It's really good, isn't it? No, I mean, yeah, and it's a good way of describing it. It's like, oh, the new instrument, but you know that an instrument's good when you have a new instrument. You say, this is a new instrument. People go, hey, that sounds great, you know. And Alice's basses fit in well because they feel good and they're even and they're not complicated. Do you know what I mean? Yep. Bass isn't complicated, is it really? It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. And so you saw this brand for the first time when your friends came up to you
Paul
with this
Turner lent
brand?
me a 5-string and then I didn't give it him back.
And so
I wouldn't give it him back. And then I made Alice, but take off the Paul Turner for Paul Turner, and then he said for Jerry. But it took 4 years for that to happen.
Okay.
4 fucking years. No, I mean, it's a beautiful bass, and Paul's got some, and I know Keith has some, 3 or 4, you know.
How many basses do you have at home?
I think I've got about 29.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot.
What about your wife? Has she problem?
I don't know where they all are.
Okay.
So I have the problem. No, I mean, you know, I think there's 12 on tour. Some are in the lock-up, some are at my studio, some, you know, lend them out. Not the good ones. This is the first time I played one, and this is really nice.
Seems like
so now you will have 30 basses.
Do you think I should make 30?
Yeah. It's cool. Better number.
What?
Better number, 30 than 29.
Yeah,
Really?
that's true.
Why?
That's true.
I'm seller.
It's just, you know.
You're a seller, but you've got to sell the number 30 over 29. You've got 2 minutes to sell it to me.
You can better divide it with number of 3. Okay. So
Yeah.
you can have in studio 10
10,
basses.
10.
And
You don't have
2
to
minutes left.
You'd have to cut them in half. I love this. Have you tried it?
Yep.
Can you show us some of the bass lines that you'll play tomorrow with Robbie Williams? Something that
What song?
someone might like to learn. I don't know, some of your favorite bass lines?
So that's Rock DJ.
Okay.
But I mean, I've got a pedal board, so I play actually. There's a sub. I have a sub thing, and I don't use my right.
Okay.
Just do that. That's that bass line. I mean. I mean, they sound on their own. Those songs sound rubbish, don't they?
I wanted to ask you something. What do you think about the bass solos?
I hate them.
Come on, give me 5. Thanks.
I mean, to me, the bass is an accompanying instrument. I mean, I think it's masturbation, musical masturbation.
Exactly. We actually, this is a really good metaphor for bass solos. We have one as well that we came up with.
Yeah. Where's the
not a long
toilet?
time.
You know. Bass solo. Where's the toilet? How'd you get out of here?
Yeah, we were saying that bass solo is kind of similar to having sex with your sister, because it's technically it is possible, but you know no one wants to do it because it's not right.
I haven't got a sister, but I mean it's like having sex with yourself.
Or yeah.
Which I mean,
Well, in other words,
that's the only sex I've ever had. but I still hate bass solos.
Yeah, right. In other words, it's not necessary. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean they are. I mean, if you're Jaco Pastorius, then
Right.
he's the lead guitarist he's the lead singer of the bass, isn't he? And that's great. That's fantastic. But then it's a supportive instrument, isn't it?
Yep.
Play one note, nice note. I don't like playing complicated stuff. And make a nice sound, Connect these. You do all them. Samandal's check. Yeah. I'm a bit hungover. Yeah, there's lots of nice bass lines, but then, I mean, alone they're kind of just sorry, lonely bass lines.
But at the same time, if you erase the bass from the song, it's
massive. Yeah.
Empty all of a sudden.
Yeah.
How does it happen that for a musician that one day you are standing next to Robbie Williams on the stage? How
well, I produced a track with him before I played bass with him.
Okay.
So I did that.
So you did some studio recording?
No, I produced a record.
Oh, you produced a record. Oh.
And then, we did that. And then he asked me after the last bass player to join. So that was nice.
Is it your biggest experience that you had, like live experience, or was there anything else that was?
I mean, it's fantastic. I take, very seriously the fun, huge fun we have on stage, But yeah, it is the biggest thing, really. I mean, I've played with Stevie Wonder and a lot of other people, and in my studio, lots of nice things. But I've been with Robbie for 15 years, so it's been nice.
And when you have concert, do you have to? Because I can imagine that the show is just huge. Do you have to check some other stuff or pay attention to
catering? Yeah. You have to find out where catering is.
Right. Okay.
No, I mean
it's
all done for
right?
us. We're lucky. We have great techs, and I mean everything is done for us. We do go to a sound check, but if something goes wrong,
right. But,
but
if there's something that you have to pay attention to, like, I know that in this part I have to stand here because there's gonna be jumping elephant next to me, or stuff like that.
Yeah,
if you can just
6
focus
weeks,
on the music.
6 weeks rehearsal. And then production rehearsals in Belgium, and there's and some places have to go there, and some there's stuff we'd have to do.
Okay.
And there's dancers and there's choreography, and
Do you rearranging some tunes for the show rearranging the
rearranging.
Tunes?
Sometimes, but all that by the time you get to the show, all that's been done. Everything's been done because it's all synced to the videos and everything. So there's not much changing once the show is rolling, Right. So after the third or fourth show, it stays the same pretty much.
And compared to the original songs or original bass lines that are in the songs, did you have space to make your own upgrades in the bass lines?
A little bit, but I think they're pop records and they're quite specific bass lines, and I think you've got to keep to them really. Little things, but I don't play all over it. And I mean, Guy, the MD who wrote a lot of the songs, wouldn't like that.
And about double basses, you told me yesterday something wrong happened during the show, during the swing show. You have to learn on the double bass in a really short time.
Yeah, 6 weeks. Yeah. Rob said, "You play double bass, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah." So I then phoned up my friend and I said, "Have you got a double bass I can borrow?" Yeah. So I got the bass, and then I found out my other friend. I said, "Can you teach me how to play the double bass?" And I practiced so much. I did carpal tunnel surgery in both hands. But hey, it was worth it.
Where do you see the role of bass guitar in modern music? Do you think that the role of the bass guitar has changed over years, or do you think?
Yeah, well, definitely because of programming and computers, synth bass, and it's got less, hasn't it? And music, the business has got less. So there's fewer sessions, there's fewer 5-piece bands playing the record. That's less, and there's a lot of producers play, Oh, again, we'll do it again, then we cut it and that's it. Should we call the bass player? Nah, fuck that. We'll just get the drummer.
Okay.
So that, you know, the budget's changed, isn't it? It's a dying art.
Is it a dying art? Or
I don't think so, but it's getting smaller.
Okay.
The amount of jobs.
That's why we are doing shows like this, you know, to show people.
To encourage people.
Encourage
to
people,
play,
exactly.
To play the bass. Everyone should play the bass because there's no jobs out there for anyone. So they should really, really put a lot of time into playing the bass.
A lot of effort.
No, the bass is great. And actually what's also nice is bass players are nice. I don't spend enough time, you know, with bass players and Paul and Keith Duffy and, you know. Bass players are nice people. I always feel that. Yep. Genuinely, you know. Nicer than the guitarists or the drummers or the fucking brass players or... Fucking bad.
Can you tell us something about your amps that you are using?
I use Ashdown.
During the show.
I just have I use Ashdown.
Okay.
They sponsor me and look after me. I have a 8x10 Ashdown rigs, and that's all behind stage. So the speakers on stage.
And like, how many amps is there? Like, do you have some backup amps?
Yeah. There's backup of everything.
Okay.
Everything on the tour like this.
So is there like three
Pedal
heads or something?
Yeah,
or?
they've got three. I think 3 heads. There's 2 in a rack. They switch over and. You know.
And you have your own pedal board on the stage, or is there someone
on the stage? Yeah.
Okay.
It's a gig rig. You know gig rig? Gig rig. So it's a MIDI changing, but it's in it's in sequence. So it's brilliant, and you can attenuate ins and outs of each pedal, and you can mix them.
Okay.
And which pedal do you use?
I've got 2 Sounds amps. I've got 2 Octavers. I've got an Akai Deep Impact. I've got 2 envelope filters. There's a flanger. There's a big muff. There's a small muff. There's a shaved muff. There's quite a lot of muffs.
You're a muffy guy. Muffy lover.
Yeah.
Cool.
Muffy. No. So there's different levels of distortion. There's everything. Really.
Yeah. So all the pedals are in the rack behind the stage, and you're just
the pedals are in front of me, but it's in that I don't have to kick the pedals because the gig they get wired into the gig rig, which are brilliant. They're brilliant gig rigs.
So by pressing just one thing, you can switch more.
So I've
pedals.
assigned all the sounds, and some of them are 2 or 3 pedals in different orders. So I've assigned them to different patches on the gig rig, and then you can change the input of the distortion to the compressor or or whatever. Yeah, it's good. And my tech Adam is very good at, you know, looking and he made the board, and it's beautifully done and very, you know, it's like one box open, bang, it never changes.
And do you have your own technician? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought that there might be one technician for all the string instruments.
No, everyone has their own. Yeah.
Okay, so how big is the crew that goes?
It's about 200 people.
200 people.
The whole thing is 200 people. 60 Arctic trucks and 20 buses.
And the band? Without the dancers, just
the band is, I think, 12 or 11. Yeah.
Okay.
3 brass, 1 keyboard, 2 guitars, a drummer. Carl, bass, and 3 singers. So I think that's 11 or 12, is it?
Maybe it is.
Yeah,
something like that.
Well, we could count later.
Yep. Tomorrow.
Have a look tomorrow. Yeah. 1, 2.
And was there anything funny or strange, or some memorable moment that you had on stage with Robbie?
Oh, many. Yeah, all the time.
And can you
we have a lot of
some of them.
Well, Robbie will have a look in his eye, and he can just come up to you, and he'll either put the mic, in front of 60,000, or he'll just do something stupid, or he'll grab your cock or your ass, or so he will. He's
a cool guy, it seems.
Oh, he is cool. He's a lovely guy. But what a lovely friend. Loads. And there's one. There's a picture of it actually. My Precision. He came up to me, and I had a pint on stage, a pint of lager, funnily enough. And I won't do it with your bass, Alice, but it's £8 my Fender. So he was coming across, so I put the bass in my mouth and put the pint on top of the bass. and I've got the teeth marks to prove it. And they got a picture of it. 6 seconds. I couldn't do it now.
That's cool. He has a bass guitar with the bite marks, or how you call it, of his drummer in his bass, which looks cool.
And other members, band members, because we get drunk during the show, and I want to make my own relic, and this is one way how to do it.
Yeah. I've got a bass like that which I chipped off and chipped off all the lacquer in sessions board. Yeah.
What do you actually think about relic guitars and all these vintage guitars that, that there's always people who think that it's extremely cool to have this, vintage looking dirty guitar. And there are people that would say that I'm buying a new guitar, why should I buy, with marks and stuff? So what do you think about that?
I think it's all about the sound, the feel and the sound of the bass. I mean, the new bass looks great, doesn't it? And an old bass looks great. But some people can't afford old basses that are good. So these, an affordable, great new bass, why not? I mean, I know some great players, great guitarists, like Chris Spedding, who's a very famous guitarist. I said, "Oh, what's that?" "What's that?" You'd expect him to have a 1958 fucking Strat, and he said, "No, it's a Korean. It's a Korean copy Strat." But he's like, "What? It's in the fingers."
Right.